Clyburn. He's a Democratic congressman from South Carolina and a member of the House leadership. Let's talk about the real politics of equity, fairness, real democratic values, Congressman. You're in the leadership. You're going to make the call. Does the president have to win? I think he does. Does he have to win on making sure that the country get back to paying what they paid under Clinton?
Absolutely. He's just absolutely got to win that, and I think he will win that. But let me say, Chris, thank you so much for having me. And may I say something about Susan Rice? I have a real problem with my senior senator trying to make her a scapegoat in this. Susan Rice's roots are in Florence, South Carolina, that I got the opportunity to serve for almost 20 years in the Congress. Her father, Emmett, who was born there in Florence, didn't leave there until he was 16 years old. I have been a close friend of his over the years. I'm a close friend with Susan Rice. I think it's absolutely a shame for this young lady whose roots are deep in South Carolina soil to get sullied like this by my senior senator, who I consider to be a good friend. Susan.
Well, let's talk about motive here, because you know, it does seem when a person makes, even if you think a person made a mistake, they were given the wrong brief, and they offered up the brief. They don't think they haven't said she made it up. I mean, why is there this hostility to this young public servant who isn't really a politician even? She serves in the foreign affairs capacity. She's not in the arena with you guys. Why are they treating her like she's somebody to punch?
That's exactly right. This young African-American woman, I'm going to say.
Okay.
And this is the kind of stuff that happened to Colin Powell. Colin Powell was given information. He went to the United Nations with information that we found out later was flawed. It was not his fault then.
Well, I think he's still mad about that. I think Colin Powell is still angry about the crap they gave him to speak. That's my feeling, because I like him.
Yeah. Oh, I do too, and I think that Susan Rice is getting a raw deal here. Now back to
let's talk taxes in the middle class and how the president won. It seems to me that this president was crystal clear. I'm looking out for the middle class. If you have to pay a little more, and then those are the stakes on election night, and he's claiming them now.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. He campaigned on the issues that he's laid before the American people. He's talked about $1.6 trillion in revenues. I think Mr. Boehner is now talking about $800 billion, somewhere in between that we ought to get to. And I do believe that the president is in a very good place on this issue. I think the American people have demonstrated with their votes, and they continue to demonstrate with all the comments that I've heard, that the president is where the American people would like for him to be on this issue. Middle-income Americans have given a lot, and they have been given and given and given. Just look at this war, or these wars that we have fought. Basically, the people fighting in these wars have come from middle-income America. We are talking about people who seem not to have a vested interest in all of the sacrifices that are being made to get our economy back on track. So the president is right where the American people like for him to be, and I hope and I feel that he will hold the line on these issues.
It's great to have you on, sir. You're such a great man, and I mean that. And every time I hear you talk, I say yes, yes, yes. Congressman James Clyburn, one of the leaders in the House of Representatives, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Coming up, notes on a scandal.